Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless his holy name. Bless his holy name. Well, today is a new day, and I'd like to welcome you to New Generation Ministries International webcast as we deal with our daily nugget. Listen, all scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man or woman of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. Good morning, good day to some people, good evening to others. I want you to go to Philippians 2nd chapter, 14th verse. Philippians chapter 2, verse 14. All right, you there? All right, let's read together. If you're not there, just catch up with me. I'm going to go to verse 14 and verse 15. Do all things without murmuring and disputings, that you may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom you shine as lights in the world. You shine as lights in the world. Today, as you go along your day, I want you to ponder the thoughts. Beacons of light. That's what you are. You are a beacon of light. When I first read this scripture, I came across the first two words of the scripture. The first two words of the scripture says, do all. I had to pump my brakes. The Bible admonishes us that when we do this, we need to do all. And I said, God, is that actually possible? When you say do all, am I able to do all of these things that you just listed? Am I able to do all these things without murmuring and disputing? Am I able to do all this that I can be blameless? Can I do all? And so, you know me, I had to do the search. And even when you look up the word all, I know it sounds elementary, but when you look up the word all, it comes out to being do everything. That puts even more conviction on me now. But then when I read the whole thing and I sum it up, I notice that this is a God-empowered command. When he says do all or do everything, it is a command that's empowered by God himself. He tells you right there in verse 14, he says, I want you to do all things. You are able to do all things. I'm empowering you to do all things without what? Without murmuring, without disputing, without grumbling, without arguing, complaining, disputes, without having divisions, without fault finding, without doubt enabling questions. You are able to do all things without bickering and even second guessing. All things. You hear me? I don't care if it's your job. I don't care if it's in the capacity of your relationships. You can do all things. Think about how large that word all is. God says, with my help, you can do every single thing that you know how to do without murmuring, complaining, disputing, grumbling, arguing. He said, because in doing that, you don't only offend and tire out other people, and you do. There are some people that complain and murmur. I don't care what you do. They'll find something to complain about, find something to second guess about. They'll find something. I don't care. I remember a time in my life, there was a sister. I didn't care what scripture I was teaching. She would always manage to be at my Bible studies and say that can be debated. I said, Lord, now, I've been praying for increase for people to come. But, she really don't have to come if you don't want her to come anymore, because it was always that can be debated. Well, God said that can be debated. It is in the scriptures that can be debated. And you know what? God showed me what he said over in Isaiah. He said, you know what? You don't have to debate anything. Come, let us reason together. Let us reason together out of the word. And that helps me with dealing with what I have to deal with in doing everything and doing all to please God. In whatever I do, I can do it without murmuring. I can do it without arguing. I can do it without second guessing. I can because, like I said, you don't only offend and tire out other people when you have that kind of outlook on life, but you tire yourselves out also. And as you begin to tire yourself out, you begin to tire out God. God does not want to hear you continually complain and murmur and bicker. He said, I don't want you to do that, because let me read to you verse 15. I want to read it out of the Amplified. Verse 15 says, I want you to do all of this without murmuring and complaining, without offending God, without doubting among yourselves, that you may be able to show yourself to be blameless, that you may be able to show yourself to be guiltless and innocent and uncontaminated, that you show yourself as being children of God, without blemishes, without, you can be faultless in your attitude. You understand? I understand. We all sin and come short of the glory of God. Yes. And everybody has sinned, and everybody will probably continue on to sin until the Lord takes us away. But understand, this starts in the spirit realm. If you can line your spirit man up, and your spirit man can be faultless, your spirit man can be unrebukable, actually. But it's important that we do it, because it's right in the middle of a crooked and wicked generation that we are called to be lights. You mean right in the middle of something that's perverted and perverse as this world that we live in? We're supposed to be lights. Yes, you are. Right in the middle of where you are, right in the middle of where God has planted you. We're supposed to provide people with a glimpse of godly living. Everything is so polluted right now. God said, if I can get you to provide people with a glimpse of living, if you can carry the light-giving message that I gave to you into the night, then I have good cause to be proud of you. Do it until the return of Christ. So that way you'll be living proof that he didn't go through all of this work that he went through to deliver us for nothing. Only thing we have to do is let's line up with Matthew 5. How about that? Where he tells us that we're lights. We're the light of God. We are not a secret to be kept, because God is not a secret to be kept. He said, but just as sure, you need to be seen doing the right things of God, just like a city that is set on a hill. And since he's made us bearers of light, we're not designed to even be placed up under a basket, but we're designed to be placed on the light stand. So I admonish you today, since God will elevate you and place you in a place that you can be seen. I don't care if it's on your job, in your church, in your family. How about that? Then I want you to shine. I challenge you to illuminate until Jesus Christ returns. You are a beacon of light. And until next time we speak, this is your brother in the Lord, Dr. Clay Horton. Just take it among yourself. Just know that you're blessed of the Lord, and know that you're highly favored. Until next time, God love you. God keep you.